What's up, everyone? This is Ketchup here with a bit of a change from our usual programming. In making my competitive history of Mileena, I made the discovery in the arcade run that Mileena is a pretty damn good speedrun character. What I'm doing here is just showing the difficulty to display that it is ultimate. That's one of the rules when you're doing the MK Gold speedrun. Needless to say, though, I will not be submitting this run, as, you know, it's not an official attempt, and I'm not using the right program for this and everything else. You know, there's some set rules here. But if you're playing the game on the hardest difficulty, on the hardest tower, turns out Mileena makes it not so difficult. So I made a few discoveries, and ultimately it has led me to what you're seeing right now, which is that with the dive kick and a roundhouse, you can beat the tower in such a way that you beat the game incredibly quickly. And with a little bit of, you know, small details here and there, you can end up with an impressive time for completing the entire tower. And with a runtime, I think, that's more than respectable in the speedrun category for MK Gold. What you're seeing is the telekick. Now, this does not combo on its own. You can block when you get hit by this. I specifically tested that. Turns out the AI doesn't, though. So essentially what you do is you go for, the count is 5 telekicks at the start. Roundhouse will go max damage, it's about 58%, and then you count less depending on how many you need to do to finish that life bar. Getting hit at the start of the round can actually be a bit better than getting a flawless victory, because the flawless victory screen here is actually quite long. So one thing I like doing at the moment is you kind of just glitch jab at the start, and if you block something, that's just no flawless victory, which is good for us. If I remember right, I do think I don't quite get the telekick here. No, we do. There's so much to break down in a short space of time, but essentially, when you end a combo in a roundhouse, not only does it do max damage, like, easily, but the knockback state into a instant telekick again, the AI just eats it. Now, if you're wrong with your timing, if your timing's not good, you will get it blocked and they'll punish you, so you can just go again. But this whole sequence of telekick into roundhouse to max damage and then you telekick before they stand up, they just get hit all the time. Now, I don't always go for a high punch like glitch jab chain here. Some characters you can kind of go for it anyway, like Raiden challenges you straight away, so if you hit him early enough, you can just get hit and then hit him with another telekick. One of the main reasons I'm not going to be submitting this or anything is because not every single round goes perfect, but I just wanted to demonstrate how ridiculously easy Mileena is able to just destroy this tower. Like, I don't care that I'm getting hit here. I really don't, because max damage, hit them before they stand up, and then you can go for 3 or 4, depending on how much damage you've done to them with chip or anything else. And you just move on, person to person to person. Cyrax is another one that you don't really have to glitch jab against, because AI Cyrax has a pretty high chance of just doing a special at the start, and if it's a teleport or a bomb, you'll just hit him. I have purposefully gone for this tower because the AI doesn't seem to deal with the telekick spam. that's what it is, as optimally as some of the other towers. Some of the move reading characters like Sub-Zero, he can be a bit annoying because he'll go for an ice clone that freezes you or whatever. And this tower seems to have minimal obstacles. And as you can see, you're absolutely plowing through it. Kai is one of those characters that I like to glitch jab at the start. His air projectiles, although they're actually terrible in the game itself, they do work perfectly as a move reading option for shutting down what I want to do. Accidentally got a grab there, but as you can see, it really doesn't matter. Because it involves pressing your low kick, you can accidentally get grab if your input isn't right. And you might think, dude, like, how are you going to mess this input up? It's literally the same move over and over. Anyone that's done something like this knows that when something is as simple as one move in repeat, sometimes your brain just switches off, man. It really does. But as you can see there, no flawless victory. Boom, straight into the next match. And this is the last fight before we fight Goro. I mean, this is meant to be the hardest tower, the hardest difficulty. I mess up my telekick here, kind of going by what I talked about earlier, where sometimes the muscle memory just doesn't quite take over yet, and you just loop it over and over and over again. Before anyone asks, I did actually test this on real hardware. Everything Mileena related in Gold I wanted to make sure worked on the console, so I set up my Dreamcast, put in my copy of MK Gold, and It works. It does. It's bizarre going back to like an actual proper console and playing it and everything works kind of the way you hoped it would. But man, if I knew that back in the day, my childhood would have been a lot easier and less frustrating. Now, Goro is funny because it's literally the exact same thing. You just have to do more telekicks. There's no limit, you know, as to how many you can do. So it's 10 into roundhouse, into another 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, roundhouse, and then one more. Easy. Goro was the character I actually figured out this strat with. I mean, like, by all means, if this strat was already known by someone, I might very well not be the first person to discover it. Hard to say with a game like MK Gold, because this game is unique, I think we'll say, to be generous. And it's not a game that's particularly contested. You know, I go on speedrun.com, I can only see 2 submitted runs for this game, so not a hot spot for competition, I don't think. And just like that, it's Shinnok. Now, I actually made a discovery here against Shinnok. I lose this round because I just try and telekick, and then he blocks and he uppercuts and he does high kick or whatever. I discovered in the next 2 rounds that if you just glitch jab at the start, he always... I can't remember exactly what it does. He does the same thing every time. 2 rounds in a row, he did it. So I'm going to keep a close eye here, actually, and see what it was. But something involving pushback. And then, yeah, he pushes back to a range where he tries to throw the head, and then you get a free telekick. And because he's pushed you back, you're not going to get flawless. So, easy round. So if I were submitting a proper run, I'd just do glitch jabs for, you know, the start of it. He does the same thing again. Knockback, head, and there you go. We're done. Knock him down. I think he blocks here. Yeah, I'm a bit late. Won't matter. I'm just spamming telekick until he gets hit. They almost always will at some point. Oh, he gets knocked down. That's it. Uppercut. That's the end of the run. And just like that, that's the entire game completely obliterated. It's always interesting to me what fighting game speedruns can be. Some games can be quite intricate, where, you know, characters that are unorthodox, maybe teams that are unorthodox, might be used, whereas they won't be used competitively. At the end of the day, it's all about AI manipulation or figuring out what they can't deal with. This game is not really one of those cases, as if you're just going to pick Mileena, you can just telekick. I originally tried to use ball roll a bunch, and there is a similar strategy you can do with the roll, but the telekick method is just fast enough that it can speed up rounds considerably, and especially in the later stages with like Goro and stuff like that. There's just no hit limit on the dive kick, and it's a common thing with these gold specific characters is that they don't have the same, I don't know, they don't follow the same rules as the Mortal Kombat 4 characters, I think we'll put it that way. But this was a fun little run through. I love games that are just absolutely ridiculous with their speedruns when you struggle to beat it normally or casually or as a kid. And all it takes is just the right move, used over and over and over and over again, and there's the run. As we watch this god tier cutscene. And, I mean, come on. Wait a minute. This is the moment. Destroyed. There you go. Mortal Kombat Gold. Destroyed. As was Kitana. Thanks for watching, everyone. And on a final note, much love. I'll see you later.